It all started on a crisp October evening. 5 friends, Mark, Jason, Rachel, Emma, and Tom, decided to go camping in Black Hollow Forest, a place locals avoided after dark. Legends spoke of strange lights, whispers among the trees, and travelers who never returned. The thrill of fear, however, drew them in. As they pitched their tents, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the forest floor. Laughter echoed as they tried to calm their nerves, but unease hung thick in the air. Around 10 p.m., Mark suggested a walk to the old creek nearby. The path was narrow, the trees twisted like gnarled fingers. Rachel swore she heard someone whisper her name. "It's probably the wind," Emma reassured her, though her voice trembled. The group pressed on, the crunch of leaves beneath their feet the only sound, until the whispers grew louder, more distinct. Tom froze. "Did you guys hear that?" he asked. Suddenly, a light flickered between the trees. A tall figure, pale and gaunt, stood watching them, eyes glowing unnaturally in the dark. The friends froze, terror rooting them to the spot. Jason tried to call out, but his voice caught in his throat. The figure vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving only silence. Panic set in. They ran back to camp, but the forest seemed to stretch endlessly. Every step felt like they were being followed. When they finally reached the tents, they discovered scratches on the canvas, deep, long, and jagged like claws. No one admitted it, but each of them had glimpsed something moving just beyond the firelight. They decided to leave at dawn. That night, none of them slept. Strange noises circled their tents, low growls, branches snapping, and whispers calling their names. By sunrise, they packed hurriedly and left, vowing never to return. Mark later confessed he saw the figure again as they drove away, standing at the edge of the forest, smiling. In 2016, John Simmons, a young businessman, embarked on a road trip through Appalachian backroads. Driving late at night, he noticed a woman standing by the side of the road, thumb out, asking for a ride. Despite the danger, he stopped. She was soaked from the rain, wearing a tattered coat and a haunted expression. "Thanks," she whispered. "I just need to get to the old mill road." John nodded and drove cautiously. Silence filled the car for several minutes. Then she spoke, softly. "They're watching you. Don't stop." John glanced at her. Her eyes were hollow, and she seemed almost transparent. Suddenly, she said, "Turn here. Hurry." He obeyed, and moments later, headlights appeared behind them, chasing them at high speed. Terrified, John sped through winding roads until the lights vanished. When he finally reached the turn to drop her off, she was gone. The seat was wet, the coat lying neatly as if she had vanished into thin air. John reported the incident to local police. The area she mentioned had been abandoned for decades. Investigators found records of a woman who had died in a car crash there years ago, under eerily similar circumstances. Locals confirmed that many travelers had claimed to see her hitchhiking at night, but no one ever saw her during the day. John never forgot that night. Years later, he still avoids driving those back roads, especially after dark, afraid he might see her again. Or worse, the headlights chasing him might return. In 2019, Kevin, a college student in Boston, returned home late after studying. As he unlocked the door to his apartment, he noticed a shadowy figure standing in the hallway. "Hello," he called out. No reply. The figure was tall, dressed in an old-fashioned suit, and its face hidden in darkness. Kevin brushed it off, assuming he was tired, but the same figure appeared over the next few nights, standing silently, watching him. Objects in his apartment would shift positions, doors creaked open, and cold drafts swept through the rooms. One night, Kevin confronted the figure. "Who are you?" he demanded. The figure raised a hand, pointing to a wall. Kevin noticed writing scratched into the paint, "Leave before it's too late." The chilling message froze him in place. He spent days researching the building. Built in 1924, it had a dark history. A man had died there under mysterious circumstances after reportedly losing his mind to voices he could not escape. Locals warned Kevin that the ghostly figure was said to appear to residents as a warning, an omen that danger was near. Weeks later, Kevin's building experienced a gas leak that could have been fatal. Firefighters reported that if Kevin had not acted quickly, it could have been deadly. He believes the ghostly stranger had been protecting him all along. Though Kevin moved soon after, he sometimes dreams of the man in the suit, standing silently, waiting in the shadows. The final story comes from a small town in Michigan. In 2020, a teenager named Alex and his friends decided to explore the abandoned Harlow Psychiatric Hospital, known for rumors of patient mistreatment and hauntings. Armed with flashlights and curiosity, they entered the crumbling building. The moment Alex stepped inside, he felt an icy grip on his shoulder. Whispers echoed through the halls. The friends stuck together, exploring cautiously. They came across old patient records scattered on the floor, the pages yellowed and crumbling. One name kept appearing, Evelyn Hart, a patient rumored to have died under mysterious circumstances. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and a shadow darted across the hall. The friends panicked, trying to find the exit. Doors slammed, walls shook, and a low, guttural scream filled the building. Alex stumbled into a room where a woman in a hospital gown stood, eyes hollow, mouth moving but no sound coming out. The group ran for their lives. Outside, gasping for air, Alex turned back once. The figure of Evelyn stood at the window, watching them leave, smiling faintly. To this day, locals say the building is cursed, and anyone who enters may not leave unchanged. Alex never returned but claims he sometimes feels Evelyn's gaze in quiet moments, a reminder of the terror he narrowly escaped.